The Grey Hulk, also known as Joe Fixit, this wasn't just Marvel's original vision, this was Bruce Banner's Ide unleashed in its rawest form. Unlike his green counterpart, the Grey Hulk retained more of Bruce's intelligence while losing most of his moral restraints. He was cunning, ruthless, and operated more like a mob enforcer than a superhero. Joe Fixit worked the streets of Las Vegas, taking jobs that the Green Hulk would never touch. What made the Grey Hulk fascinating wasn't his strength, he was actually weaker than the Green Hulk during daylight hours. But at night, he became something else entirely. This Hulk could think, plan, and manipulate situations to his advantage. He wasn't just a force of destruction, he was a calculated predator who understood human nature and exploited it. The Grey Hulk represented Bruce's suppressed desires for control and his willingness to embrace the darker aspects of his personality. Moving into the spectrum, we encounter the classic Green Hulk, the version most people know, but even within the green category, there are massive variations in personality and power. The Savage Hulk is pure rage incarnate, operating on basic emotions and primal instincts. His strength is theoretically limitless, growing exponentially with his anger. This Hulk has punched through dimensions, held tectonic plates together, and once broke reality itself during a particularly intense rage episode. Then there's the Professor Hulk, a fusion of Bruce Banner's intellect with the Hulk's physical power. This green variant represented the ultimate goal, a being with the Hulk's strength but Banner's mind. The Professor Hulk could solve complex equations while bench pressing mountains. He was articulate, strategic, and genuinely heroic in ways that the Savage Hulk could never be. This version proved that the Hulk didn't have to be a mindless monster. He could be a thinking weapon for good. But the color spectrum explodes from there. The Red Hulk burst onto the scene as one of the most controversial variants ever created. Unlike Bruce Banner's transformations, the Red Hulk was initially a separate entity entirely. General Thunderbolt Ross, Banner's longtime nemesis, transformed through gamma radiation and cosmic energy. What made the Red Hulk terrifying wasn't just his immense strength, but his military tactical mind, combined with Hulk-level power. The Red Hulk operates differently from his green counterpart. While the Green Hulk grows stronger with anger, the Red Hulk generates intense heat as his emotions escalate. He can become so hot that he melts sand into glass and can literally cook opponents just by touching them. His red coloration comes from the absorption of cosmic radiation, giving him abilities that even the Green Hulk lacks. He can absorb energy attacks, redirect them, and has even absorbed the power cosmic from Silver Surfer himself. What's fascinating about the Red Hulk is that he represents military precision merged with gamma-powered destruction. Ross brought decades of combat experience and strategic thinking to his Hulk form. He wasn't driven by pure rage like Banner. He was driven by a twisted sense of duty and nationalism. This made him incredibly dangerous because he fought with purpose and planning, not just raw emotion. The Blue Hulk takes us into even stranger territory. Also known as A-Bomb, this transformation happened to Rick Jones, Bruce Banner's longtime friend and sidekick. The Blue Hulk retained Rick's personality and memories while gaining incredible strength and durability. His blue coloration came from a different type of gamma exposure, one filtered through Abomination's own genetic structure. What made the Blue Hulk unique was his ability to maintain relationships and emotional connections while in his transformed state. Unlike Banner, who often struggled with the duality of his existence, Rick embraced his Blue Hulk form as a way to finally be useful in the superhero community. He wasn't driven by rage or trauma, he was motivated by loyalty and friendship. The Blue Hulk's powers included enhanced strength, though not quite to Green Hulk levels, incredible durability, and the ability to survive in hostile environments. His transformation was more stable than Banner's, allowing him to switch between forms at will rather than being triggered by emotional states. These are just the beginning of Marvel's Rainbow of Rage. Each color tells a story of transformation, trauma, and power that goes far beyond simple palette swaps. The deeper we dig into these variants, the more we discover about the human condition itself reflected through gamma-powered transformations. The Yellow Hulk represents one of the most unstable and dangerous transformations in Banner's history. This variant emerged during periods of extreme psychological stress when Bruce's mind was fracturing under the weight of multiple personalities fighting for control. The Yellow Hulk wasn't just angry, he was completely unhinged, operating with the intelligence of Banner, but the moral compass of a sociopath. What made the Yellow Hulk terrifying was his unpredictability. Unlike the Savage Hulk's straightforward rage or the Grey Hulk's calculated cruelty, the Yellow Hulk switched between brilliant strategist and rampaging monster within seconds. He could be having a perfectly rational conversation one moment, then attempting to murder everyone in sight the next. His yellow coloration came from a unique interaction between gamma radiation and Banner's fractured psyche, creating a being that embodied pure mental instability. The Yellow Hulk's strength varied wildly based on his mental state, but his real danger lay in his cunning. He understood human psychology intimately and used that knowledge to manipulate and terrorize his victims. This wasn't just physical destruction, this was psychological warfare conducted by a gamma-powered genius with no moral restraints whatsoever. Moving into the more exotic variants, we encounter the Orange Hulk, a transformation that occurred when Banner was exposed to a combination of gamma radiation and mystical energies. This variant possessed not just incredible physical strength, but magical abilities that defied conventional understanding. The Orange Hulk could manipulate reality on a localized level, creating constructs of pure energy and bending the laws of physics to his will. The Orange Hull fusion of Banner's intellect and Aang's personality was a bizarre ancient mystical consciousness that had been awakened by the magical gamma exposure. He spoke in archaic language patterns and possessed knowledge of spells and incantations that Banner Redictable In had never learned. This made him incredibly combat, as opponents never knew whether they were facing a physical powerhouse or a reality-warping sorcerer. But perhaps the most mind-bending variant is the Purple Hulk, a being that exists partially outside normal space-time. This transformation occurred when Banner was caught in an interdimensional rift during a gamma experiment gone wrong. The Purple Hulk doesn't just exist in our reality, he exists in multiple realities simultaneously, making him nearly impossible to defeat through conventional means. The Purple Hulk can phase between dimensions at will, appearing and disappearing like a ghost. His strength isn't just measured in tons of lifting capacity, he can literally punch holes in reality itself. When the Purple Hulk hits something, he's not just applying physical force, he's applying force across multiple dimensional planes simultaneously. This makes his attacks devastating in ways that even other Hulk variants can't comprehend. What's truly terrifying about the Purple Hulk is his perception of time and space. He experiences past, present, and future simultaneously, giving him an almost godlike awareness of events. He can see the consequences of actions before they happen, and can manipulate probability by choosing which dimensional timeline to occupy. This makes him less of a character and more of a force of nature that operates according to cosmic rules beyond human understanding. The White Hulk represents the opposite extreme, a being of pure order and control. This variant emerged when Banner finally achieved perfect psychological balance, integrating all his personalities into a single, harmonious whole. The White Hulk possessed incredible strength, but more importantly, he had achieved perfect emotional stability. He couldn't be provoked to rage because he had transcended anger entirely. The White Hulk operated more like a cosmic guardian than a traditional superhero. He could see the bigger picture of cosmic events and made decisions based on universal necessity rather than personal emotion. His white coloration represented the synthesis of all other Hulk variants. He contained their combined knowledge and experience while maintaining perfect psychological balance. But the cosmic variants don't stop there. The Rainbow Hulk exists as a theoretical entity that appears when all Hulk variants across the multiverse somehow merge into a single being. This has only happened once in Marvel continuity, during a reality-threatening crisis that required the combined power of every possible Hulk transformation. The Rainbow Hulk doesn't follow normal rules of physics or psychology. Each color of his constantly shifting form represents a different aspect of the Hulk mythos, and he can access the unique abilities of every variant simultaneously. One moment he might be using the Gray Hulk's cunning, the next the Purple Hulk's dimensional manipulation, followed by the Red Hulk's heat generation and the Green Hulk's unlimited strength potential. This being was so powerful that his mere existence began unraveling the fabric of reality. The Rainbow Hulk could rewrite the laws of physics on a universal scale, making him less of a character and more of a cosmic concept given form. The crisis that created him was resolved not by defeating him, but by convincing him to voluntarily separate back into individual variants to preserve the stability of existence itself. Each of these color variants reveals something profound about the nature of power, identity, and transformation. They're not just different versions of the same character, they're explorations of what it means to be human when gifted with godlike abilities. So there you have it, every single Hulk color that's ever graced the pages of Marvel Comics, from the accidental gray origins to cosmic rainbow entities that can rewrite reality itself. What started as a simple printing error in 1962 has evolved into one of the most complex and fascinating character mythologies in all of fiction. Each color isn't just a visual change, it's a window into the human psyche pushed to its absolute limits. The Gray Hulk shows us what happens when we embrace our darker impulses. The Green Hulk represents raw emotion unleashed. The Red Hulk embodies calculated destruction. The Blue Hulk proves that power doesn't have to corrupt, and the cosmic variants remind us that some forces transcend human understanding entirely. What's truly remarkable is how these transformations mirror our own internal struggles. We all have different aspects of our personality that emerge under stress, trauma, or extreme circumstances. The Hulk's color spectrum is really a reflection of the full range of human experience. Our capacity for rage, love, calculation, chaos, and everything in between. Next time you see Bruce Banner transform into the Hulk, remember that you're not just watching a man become a monster. You're witnessing one of the most complex explorations of identity, power, and humanity ever created. The rainbow of rage continues to evolve, and who knows what new colors await us in the Marvel multiverse. Thanks for joining me on this journey through every shade of Hulk madness. If this blew your mind as much as it did mine, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because we're just getting started with the deep dives into Marvel's most incredible mysteries.